Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm trying to get my hair unbraided because it looks better unbraided first thing in the morning. So, a couple things. I'll do another reminder as I go through this. We're probably going to get interrupted because my little ones are already stirring in bed. So they may come over and hijack Conscious Coffee again like they've done in the past. So I just wanted to let you know that. Oh, my goodness. It is the Sunday before Christmas Eve. 2 days before Christmas. And I sit here staring at my Christmas tree. I should probably, let me show you guys where I'm sitting. Just the room that I'm in is my front room. And if you move around like this, there's my dining room, my kitchen, all that kind of stuff. And my Christmas tree right there, like that. And then I have all my Christmas stuff up here. Just been kind of decorating. Let's see. All this decorating going on. Yeah. So and I just got reminded by my son that I'm supposed to be giving him money. So give me time out for a second. Let me go grab my computer so I can move money into his bank account really quick and unlock the door for him. Did I not tell you that we were going to get interrupted before I even got started here? Just like I had a feeling. So, while I am opening up my computer and moving money over for somebody, this morning, I'm taking care of it for you. This morning, the topic is, if I can get my password right, the topic is all on being a rubber band. And funny enough, being a rubber band kind of goes along with this all this interruption as well. And I often am a rubber band in life. And I was just telling somebody the other day that I was going to be retracting, so that I felt like I really needed to retract my energy, and that I needed to pull back my energy and my actions and the things that I was doing. And our response was, of course, why, right? Mainly because I'm always go, 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 go. And sometimes when we go, 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 we need a space to kind of just chill. And in that calming down, in that space of clearness, of just letting things go and not trying to push, but actually to pull back, to restrict our energy, to restrict our actions, to come inward. That is exactly how we can catapult ourselves forward to really access a whole bunch of really cool shit. Okay, let me log in here real quick. Once I get this done, hopefully, I did everything right there. Okay. Okay, so here, and then we will be good to go. Okay, so to retract our energy back, and I'm going to just close that. What we actually end up doing is we get to pull everything into place. We get to contemplate, we get to go into meditation, we get to just kind of get into a place of stillness. And it's really important to get into that place of stillness, and that's what the rubber band does. So imagine like if you have a rubber band and you were to pull it back, this space back here, as we pull it back, there may be almost a feeling of pressure to get there, to push back, because as we're pushing back, we're having to reestablish our boundaries. We're having to say no, typically, to different events, circumstances, and people, so that we can actually push back. So we have to actually proclaim, hey, I need space, I need time, I need to be able to move into this space, to clear out everything. And when we do that, we reset the tone for everything, and we're also putting a healthy amount of focus and love into ourselves to be able to ask for it. And when we ask for that space to just move back and we get there, then that's where you get into that stillness. That's where you can get into that clarity, that space of just kind of cleaning house. And it's really, really important to clean out your house every so often. I try to do it every week a little bit. Typically Sunday is my day to kind of retract back and not be in go-go mode and not do all the things that I do during the week. So I don't ever see my clients on Sunday. I focus more in on just being home, on just connecting with a few people instead of large groups of people. Zach, you're all good to go. But even if you do it in small doses, sometimes if you've got a lot of chaos going on, a lot of transformation, transitional stuff going on, then you may actually have to apply, like with certainty, with direction and purpose, saying, I am retracting back, I'm moving back here. So in a romantic relationship, this might be one of those moments where you go, we need to take a break. I mean, that's kind of like, that's the same energy of it. We need to take a break does not mean anything other than, or it should not mean anything other than, I need to retract back so that I can get more stable in self, so that I can process through things, so that I can clear things out. Sometimes you need to take a break in, physical workout, in maybe like this time of the season, especially. I know everybody eats more at this time of the season. We end up drinking alcohol more. We fall off of our workout routines. We're go to parties and to events and to all this different stuff. So it's really wearing on us physically, emotionally, and mentally this time of the season, because it is that go time. And then what is typically that follows, then we move into New Year's resolutions. A lot of people do not give space in January. They move from party into goals, and there needs to be more than just 1 or 2 days of retraction, which are only caused by a hangover. And so you don't want the retraction to be caused by an outside source such as alcohol or fatigue. You want it just to be this conscious decision. So I encourage you this time of the year to find maybe a solid weekend, maybe a solid 5-6 days. Or if you're moving into January and you want to wait in January to do it, then move through that, the initial New Year's party and all that kind of stuff, and then take a good, 3, 4, 5, 6 days just to fully unplug. And I was talking to a sweet friend of mine the other day just about that, about unplugging. And when I had mentioned to him, so you're going to unplug, right? You're going to unplug for the holiday while you're visiting friends and everything. And at first he was just like, unplug, you know, like that's a scary word. And I was like, yeah, just leave your computer at home. You have your phone, but don't check on it, you know, like turn off your notifications and turn this off and turn that off. And just take 3 days to just completely unplug, to fully just step back and allow yourself to reharmonize your own ecosystem, your own being, and to get, you know, cleared out on the things that you need. Because if you don't take time alone for self, then you're constantly filling space with, you know, maybe it's work, maybe it's people, maybe it's, you know, maybe it's different events that you're going to. Maybe even when you're alone, are you truly alone? Or are you watching TV, listening to the radio, surfing on Facebook, you know, working on the computer? Just take at least, if you're taking, like, let's use my friend here who has 3 days, right? 3-day holiday of just completely unplugging. His version of unplugging, I'm pretty sure, is to get off of the computer and off of the phone, not pay attention to electronic devices, not TV, radio, phone, computer, right? And to focus in on where he's at, enjoying some outside time, and to focus in on connection with real life people. My form of unplugging is more that I need to retract from phone and computer and from people, because my life is so busy with so many different things. Those are the two areas where I extend myself out too much sometimes, and that starts to wear, and then I get all this clutter going on up here. So I might take like a whole day or 2 days of just doing a sabbatical away from everything and just going, no, I am unplugging, and I am just reading, I am, you know, walking, I am getting outside time. If it wasn't so cold out, I feel like I would just like go camping or something, because that would be that's my summertime unplug, is that I was like, I need to go camping. Let's go camping. Or jump on a plane and go to a beach and just like, just go and do something. But it is really, really vital to be able to retract back and allow space to form, because in that space, that's where all the dust gets to settle. That's where all the stuff that you need to deal with kind of starts to come down, and you can view it and process through it and just be able to see it a little bit clearer. And that's why I refer to it kind of like house cleaning, you know, like when you're looking at your house and you're cleaning, we do little cleanups here and there, but a full-on retraction and unplugging from things is more like doing a deep clean on your house. So making sure that your baseboards are clean, making sure that your blinds are clean, and the things that you don't normally look at, the top of your refrigerator, the top of your kitchen cabinets, you know, all that kind of stuff. And when we get into really cleaning up those spaces with inside ourselves, that's where we gain movement. That's where we gain the ability to really see what we need to do and really embrace what we want to do. And without that space being consciously cleared, then we just live in this chaos, this clutter. And we're instead, our rubber band is pushing the other direction, and there's tons and tons and tons of pressure on us all the time. So better to create the resistance to pull back so that you can spring yourself forward with ease than to try to be pushing, and seem like you're fighting an uphill battle all the time. Retraction back, it really is about just setting the tone and, you know, getting very clear as to what you need to focus in on, work at, and I shouldn't even say work at, more like release into, but it probably would seem more like work. And that is, you know, just like what are those things that you may find yourself really never having the time to do? Or are you taking the time to reset the tone every day for yourself? Doing the rubber band thing also gives you the ability, it's fantastic at this time of the year, because as we move into the new year and everybody is looking at goals, at, you know, like resolutions and stuff, instead of resolutions, give yourself 3, 4, 5 days to become a rubber band and to pull away from everything and to set the tone for yourself. So you want to start a workout routine? Well, then start to just pull away and figure out, well, here's what I want to do. I want to do yoga every single morning. Maybe, maybe you're wanting to read 30 minutes a day. Maybe you're wanting to implement a 15-minute meditation into your day. If you pull back and you start to reset the tone for these things, you can implement them in and create that space and start to create the habit. If you want to get really crazy, you can retract your energy for a whole solid month to really give you space to do that. You might go, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, I can't retract my energy from my loved ones and from, the surfing the internet and all this different stuff. No, you can't fully retract for a whole month, not unless you go to a retreat or something. But going to a retreat, you are never going to be able to implement things back into your life in the day-to-day routine, because retreat life is different than daily life, right? You're going to learn something, and now you have to learn how to put that into your schedule, put that into your lifestyle. Here, what I'm talking about is kind of bringing that retreat to you, except you're pulling away, you're creating space. So maybe take the time, if you want to do like a 30-day challenge or a 20-day challenge, then to pull away and to really just focus in on, like, okay, I'm going to take notifications off my phone for the entire month. Okay, just feel the ease in taking notifications off your phone. I mean, imagine what would it be like if you weren't constantly feeling that buzz or hearing that beep beep on your phone every time somebody emailed you, every time a Facebook message came in, every time, a notification from Facebook, from Instagram, from, LinkedIn, from wherever you have notifications set up on. If it wasn't just going beep, beep, beep. I watch people constantly pay so much attention to their phone because it's beeping, and they'll be in the middle of a conversation with somebody. Bye. They'll be in the middle of a conversation with somebody, and they will stop everything that they're doing because their phone buzzed and Facebook gave them a notification about somebody liking a picture. That like here on Facebook is not going away. It doesn't change your day. It doesn't change anything in your life. It really does nothing for you. Okay. So to pull your attention, your energy away from this relationship that you are having right here with somebody in real life time in front of you, tangible physical person that you can touch, that you can communicate with, that person should be your priority. I know that people get frustrated with me because I don't answer my phone very frequently. I don't get back to text messages very quickly. I don't respond to my emails very quickly. And they're like, oh, I emailed you 3 times in the last 4 hours, and I texted you twice, and I tried to call, but you didn't answer. You must have been really busy. And I'll be like, actually, I was just out to lunch with a friend. I was just doing this. I was just doing that. And the reason is because I either silence my phone or I put my phone on vibrate and I stuff it someplace. And even if it buzzes, I just don't look at it. And when I'm out with somebody, if I have my phone there, I will flip it over so that I don't actually see the screen. Unless I have, I've got somebody, my little ones at home and they're being babysat, then I might go, I will only look at my phone if I see, the person caring for my children's phone, a face pop up or their number pop up. And that gives just that space. Number one, you're looking at who you're with and you're making them the priority. You're putting them center stage. You're bringing connection and communication back into your life existence, where real people mean the world, not somebody liked my picture in, another country. Whoop-de shit, it doesn't much matter. It's fine, but you can always go back and you can explore how many people like this and what was said here and what drama went on there and what the news flash over here was during, I call them fuck around hours. And if you have just this, maybe 8 to 9 o'clock at night is your fuck around hour. Well, that 8 to 9 o'clock at night, go surf and spend an hour on Facebook and surf through things and respond to things and just, allow yourself to just completely go through. Oh my goodness. Lots of messages coming in. Sorry guys. Can I switch it to the side? I can't. I can't switch that up. But it's flashing in front of me, see? And I forgot to turn off my notifications this morning to do this live. So good point there, right? What is that? The good point of here I am, I'm trying to do a Facebook Live, I'm trying to get through a very important part. I forgot to turn off my notifications. I just went to bed last night and did not even deal with my phone. I was like, just stuff it, because I was so tired, which kind of where this came from is that I've seen myself over the last few days, the go, go, go of everything. Yeah, but right down to my point, thank you, Universe God, for the message there of, like, you know, turn off your notifications. Seriously, like, I forgot. Well, what was that? That was a complete distraction. Now here we are. Granted, I can't see you, so I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you're at, but you're seeing me, and I'm doing my conscious coffee, and the phone's going bzz, 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 right? Isn't that kind of irritating? It is. It's kind of irritating. It was a draw away, even because I'm looking at my phone because I'm communicating. I'm sharing here. So then if my focus gets taken to something else, what is that? That is me losing my focus with where I'm at, that presence. So to create that space, it's really, really important to create that space, especially when we are physically in, you know, a space with somebody else, to just unplug for the time that we are with somebody. So ladies, gentlemen, men, yes, men, you're out on a date with your woman. You're out on a date with a new woman. You're on a date. You're on your anniversary date with your wife. You're on her birthday. You're on your birthday. Whatever. I don't care what it is. Put the fucking phone down. I tell you, I go out to it shocks me, because I'll be sitting at a really nice restaurant, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the, you know, this romantic setting, and we're looking at the romantic setting, and there's this man and this woman, and they're sitting there, and they're on an obvious date, right? And she's sitting there like this, and she's trying to look pretty, and she's trying to, like, she's obviously looking a little bit awkward. And you look at the guy, and he's over there, and he's just, or they are both couples. Come on. You want to tell me that this other person is your priority? Your marriage is your priority? This relationship is important to you? Then put your phones down when you're eating dinner, when you're out on a date. Don't sit there and stare at your phones. Like, two people sitting there, and I see that all the time, where two people are sitting there surfing through Facebook, looking at editing pictures, you know, surfing through Snapchat, it's doing Snapchat, Instagram, whatever the heck they are, looking at emails, responding to emails, and they have like a glass of wine each, and there's rose petals on the freaking table, and you know, she's dressed up, he's dressed up, and it's like, okay, you guys are on a date, but they're not on a date, they're not together, because this world outside of them is more important than their relationship. But then they wonder, why am I not connecting? Why am I not feeling my partner? Where is my partner at? We used to play, we used to laugh, we used to do this, we used to probably put the fucking phone down and actually pay attention to each other and go do something together and unplug together to spend time with the priority person. But then what happens? We allow our phones into this space. We allow this activity into this space. So part of retreating back, part of pulling back, that rubber band theory, it can be small rubber bands, it can be a big rubber band, okay? It really is just these moments where you get to pull away and allow things to clear out. Allow your focus to be on other things. Allow yourself to just let go a little bit on trying to get all these different things going, and focus in on just the most important things that you need to, which often comes back to self, which often comes back to presence, actually always comes back to presence, and looking for those little ways to do it. And the littlest ways to do it quite often is our telephone. It's our cell phone. The cell phone is one of the most important areas that you can just like put that shit down and focus in, retract back. Instead, pick up a book, read a book. Don't read it on Kindle version. Don't read it on this or that. Actually, sit down and read a book, okay? And just enjoy that. Enjoy time with somebody. Go back and, play a game with that person. I know that my kids, I have board games, and it's kind of funny because everybody's like, oh yeah, we play games, but then it's always games on this system or that system. When you're unplugging, it is more about just focusing in on, you could say, good, wholesome, old school activities like connecting with real people. And, you know, and that is really, it's a lost, you could say that it's a lost art for today's world, because I've watched a group of teenagers and college students even stand around in a circle and text message each other. And they have this communication going back and forth. And yes, it is a different form of connecting, a different form of communicating, but nothing will ever, ever be as good as the one-on-one, as the actual physical communication and connection to another human being. And we are a society that is feeling very lost, very uncentered, unseen, unheard, unfelt. We are so hungry for human touch. We are so hungry for human connection. And we all deny ourselves and deny each other because we keep our focus on something outside of another human being, outside of ourselves. So I do encourage you to hit the new year with trying to just pick a few spots to maybe unplug for 2-3 days, like I was talking to my friend about. Just take that 3 days to fully unplug. And here we are at the 2 days before Christmas. What better time to really truly just unplug? Now, sure, everybody wants to post pictures about Christmas. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to do that. There's that space. Have that fuck off hour to go ahead and do that. But imagine if you went all day Christmas without Facebook, without exploring what Billy Bob and Tina and John and Mary and Susan and this and that and all these people did for Christmas, and just stop giving a shit about what everybody else has underneath their trees, about what everybody else is cooking, about their family pictures, their this, their that, and start caring about your pictures, the memories, those pictures. Because do you want your memories to be, I sat there on Christmas Facebooking? Or do you want your memories to be those little precious moments that you go, man, I wish I had a camera, but the moment's already gone. I mean, I know I have those all the time where I look at my kids will be doing something, and I just pause. I just pause in those moments, and I just absorb it. I just breathe it in, because there's these special little moments where no camera can ever captivate it. Nothing can ever hold that except for us. But we miss those moments consistently with our families, with our lovers, with just life itself, because we're so caught up in everything else. So I encourage you to take maybe tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday, or just tomorrow and Tuesday, to just kind of pull back, allow yourself to become that rubber band, cause a little bit of resistance in your life so you can spring forward and just really focus in on 2, 3, 4 things that are really important, that you really want to connect with. Where are your priorities at? We talk at this time of the year about family is everything, loved ones are everything. So prove it. Like, the proof really is in the pudding. Stop just talking about it and start acting on it. To that note, before I leave, I'm going to share a really quick story after I take a sip of coffee, because I think that's really, really valuable, especially for us here in the United States. So if you're in the United States, this is going out to you, and this is a message that I got from somebody from Europe yesterday. So I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and he's from another country. He's from Europe, and we were talking about love. And he was telling me that I was interested in the viewpoints, because the share was that since he's been here in the United States, he has noticed that we here in the United States say I love you a lot. We say I love you, I love you, I love you. We are pretty relaxed and free with the words I love you. And he said, it's so amazing to see everybody say I love you, and for all this love to be expressed verbally. And he's like, in my country, we don't express that. It doesn't come very easily. We say it here and there, but we don't just say I love you so freely. And he's going on, and he's enjoying this statement of love, and he really picked up the positive, which is definitely his personality. He's fantastic at doing that. But he he picked up the positive of that, you know, his view on it was that us in the United States are focused in on that love is so important. And I'm going to agree, then, as I did yesterday with him. I agreed and I disagreed. That's me, right? I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here. And I was like, yeah, you know, love is very important to us in the United States. I would definitely say that. We are very focused in on the word love and on being loved and on loving. Except we don't know what the fuck the word means. We really truly don't know what the fuck the word means. We look at love as though it is a need. You are offering me something and you are giving it to me, therefore I love you. I can give this to you because it makes me feel important, it makes me feel valued, and therefore I love you and you must love me. But then when it comes right down to the hard stuff, when it really, really comes down to it, then we retract back and we feel as though love has been taken away from us because somebody else is not showing up the way we want them to, because the experience isn't turning out the way we want it to. So that must mean that love is being retracted from us. But that's not the case. That's not how love works. Love is never going to put pain in our experience. Love is never going to retract from us. Love is always there. You can only feel the love that you are willing to give to yourself. I look at my life and I get told that I'm loved all the time. I was just the other day, I'm standing in the bathroom and I'm looking there and I was having this like coaching session with myself in the mirror. And I was just like, all right, girl, you got to do this. You got to do that. And then I just paused for a moment and I felt all this love. I felt all this love come up inside of me. And I just looked at myself and I looked at myself left eye to left eye in the mirror. And I was just like, you are loved. You are so loved. Like, you have so much love in your life. All these beautiful relationships, all this amazing love. Like, what a fucking amazing blessing to be so loved. Well, I only am that loved because I give myself that much space to love myself and to open up and love others as well, and to keep clear on what love means. Now, I'm not quick or easy to move into the statement, I love you. I am very European when it comes to the words, I love you. I receive the words, I love you all the time. I do not give the words, I love you all the time. And here's why. And this is what he was explaining to me in his home country, what it is about there too. They do not give the words, I love you very freely. It's only used for really important times. But what happens is that they show their love. They show their love consistently. Here in the United States, we don't show it. We give it mouth service. We keep it very surface, but we do not actually show it. And I'm not talking about buying stuff for your loved ones. I'm not talking about, telling them necessarily about even working through the love languages as much. I'm talking about really truly standing in a space of love. And standing in that space of love means that you are coming to the people that you love with compassion. You are coming to them, ignited and turned on. So because the happier and better you feel and the more in love with yourself that you feel, the more love everybody in their world that you touch is going to feel as well. Because you cannot really let people around you feel your love unless you're giving it to yourself, unless you're open to it, okay? So if you don't feel love, it's only an inside game here, okay? It is only an inside game. And that if you are not feeling love, then you need to really go internal and go, why am I not loving myself? Why am I not opening up to receive? And you might start to pay attention that, hey, there's probably a lot of people out there telling you that they like you, that they love you, that they care for you, that they're concerned about you, blah, 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 blah. That's all that stuff that you are resisting, that you are pushing away. So open up to that love. Start really being present in love inside yourself so that love can be felt outside yourself, and then show the fuck up in your relationships. Like, show up for them. And what does that mean? Like, well, if you're in a play, if you're going to be on stage, which means that you're with people, you're going to show up, right? You don't do a job and not show up for the job. No, you have to actually go to work. You have to actually show up, right? Well, a relationship requires work. A relationship requires us to show up for it and not just give it mouth service and not just throw stuff at it. We have to actually show up from our emotions, from our mind, and physically even, okay? So it is about this presence that we bring into the relationship and to truly, truly be there, which comes back to my point of the rubber band of unplugging, right? Putting the fucking phone down and actually being there. Be present in your relationships. That is more of a statement of love than anything at all. I have this one person in my life, and he is such an advocate of not looking at his phone, and I love it to death. I've had a couple people in my life that are like this, and I think that they make such significant imprints on my life, because I catch myself where I suck at showing up because I'm a phone person and I am quick to want to look at my email when I'm all by myself and want to surf through, do something on Facebook and want to do this. So I'm speaking to myself here. I'm not just preaching to you guys. I'm speaking to myself on this because it really is an important message. And I'm reminded how important it is when I'm around certain individuals, such as this one person, this one gentleman. He just does not look at his phone when we are out to have a drink or dinner or lunch or something like that. He will not look at his phone. And I want to respect that space. I want to respect that time. I want to be as in that presence with him. So I find myself mimicking that, and I have no problem putting my phone away when I'm with him, because I feel the presence there, and this right here. There's so much connection, communication, and love for each other that we're willing to put away everything else and really just show up for each other in the relationship in that moment. And that is one of those little key things. So are you giving your relationships lip service, being very American and just being like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, love you? Yeah, no. Or are you taking it more to heart and actually showing up in your love and showing up in your life with presence? So it's not about the words that you're speaking necessarily. It's about what you're bringing into your relationship. How are you actually there? And it does not mean that you should not say, I love you. I'm not saying that at all. I do tell people I love them all the time. I just don't say it like this constantly. It's not that I have to, always say I love you for them to know. I know that my kids know that I love them, because no matter what, even if I don't say I love you before they go to school, which I typically do let them know, or I give them a hug or something like that, but there are so many other ways that they know Mom is always here. Mom's got my back. I don't, it's like not showing up with judgment, showing up with compassion, being fierce about how you are being, revealed to them. And that fierceness is not about attack or ego. It's passion. It is be passionate about different things. Allow yourself to be expressive and have joy. Guess what? Happiness, love, it doesn't reside in boredom and anger and frustration and overwhelm and fear and depression. No, that is not spaces for love. Love is not there. That is an empty void, and there is no love there. So what you want to do is back again to feel good. Focus in on feeling good. Focus in on what makes you feel good. Well, loving yourself should probably make you feel a little bit, just a little bit good, just a little bit. It might be scary. It might be tough. You might go, I'm not worth this. I'm not worth it. Well, if you're not worth it, then nobody in your life is worth it either, because what you're saying to the world around you is, you're not worth my love because I can't give it to myself. So I need to actually focus in on me so that I can give it to you, and you, and you, and you. Focus in on you. You are worth your own love. You are worth everybody's love that is in your life. You are worth God's love, and it's all there. You're just the only one that is preventing it from actually coming in. So take down the umbrella that you're holding over your head from preventing you from receiving your blessings. Take that shit down and allow them just to fall on you. Let those blessings rain down on you. And steps to doing it are right here, what I've been talking about for however long this has been, to retract back. Remove yourself from the chaos. Pull away from things. Don't be afraid to set some harsh boundaries and say, hey, I need some space. I need to take a break. I love you. I need to take a break. I'm doing this for me because this is actually for us. Okay? Pull back, restrict, yourself a little bit and allow yourself to clean up your own house in that space. Clean up your own house, do the work that you need to, reset your stage, and then spring forward into greatness, into beauty, into really truly receiving, because that's what you want. That is what you want. But when you're cleaning up your house, work on the love thing just a little bit, just a little smidgen of working on the love, which means go to the mirror. Here's your homework. Go to the mirror, much like I did just yesterday when I was doing that. Look yourself in the eyes, and I'm going to tell you left eye to left eye, okay? Like that. So like right now, I'm looking at my left eye, okay? So that's because it's kind of like a mirror, right? So look at your left eye, take a good deep breath, and then I just want you to say, I love you. I love you. You're worth everything. You are worthy. You are loved. Come up with 1, 2, 3 things that you love about yourself, that you like about yourself, and vocalize them to yourself. Feel those butterflies. Go, oh my God, she's fucking crazy. This is crazy shit. Whatever Kendall's talking about now. She wants me to stare at myself in the mirror, and she wants me to tell myself that I love myself and give myself compliments. Do it for 30 days. You might be fucking shocked. You may actually be shocked at what happens. Your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-love is all going to increase by that one little exercise. And you can say, well, I don't have time for doing that. You have the 15 seconds to do that, okay? You have it. Every single person on this planet can do a 15-second love exercise, okay? So that's what I encourage you to do. And I think I'm complete. I think I am. I've been definitely on my soapbox this morning, have I not? Maybe this is me of 2019. Just like bam, 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 bam. I don't know. I've definitely been going. Let me see, announcements. Yesterday was a really, really crazy day for me. I managed to get all my Christmas shopping done. I had not done Christmas shopping until yesterday. Shh, don't tell my kids. Santa was a little late on the shopping. But I did get it all done, so I'm really happy with that. And and one of those, you know, it was just one of those days where life kind of got in the way, and I've already been feeling this need to pull back, which is why I'm sharing this with you. Is it's like I might as well bring you guys on board with me on the whole rubber band and the pullback and just the announcing of like, hey, this is a good time of the year to do it, because I myself am going to be unplugging for the most part and setting a new tone, because as I move into 2019, I've got a lot of shit that I want to accomplish. I'm going to double my income in 2019. I'm going to do a whole bunch of different things where I really want to set the tone. There's travel, there's newness, there's a lot of different commitments that I want to make to self, to life, and to my family, to different people in my life. And as I'm moving into that, you've got to be able to clear that space to be able to get into alignment with what you need to do, and instead of just feeling like you should do this or you should do that. It's all about alignment, right? It's all about alignment. And if you want shit to really move forward and you want to have the blessings really fall on you, then you got to get into your core alignment so that you know what way to move with certainty instead of always second guessing yourself. So that's really all this is. That's the only thing I was trying to get through in all my rambles this morning. But yesterday I never got to announce a couple things that actually are launching. So today I promised to you on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday before Christmas Eve that you're going to be seeing some announcements, but I'm going to do a real quick announcement here too. So I know that Addison is on here. Please, Addison, if you would please put the link for His, Hers, and Ours, which is a 69 live recorded video training series. And it is an academy for men, for women, and for couples. And there are 69 videos in there, a whole bunch of course downloads. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It's most of my courses have a lot of written content. This is a lot of video content. So it is very easy to digest. It is very easy to, implement it into your world. And it is designed where there is a guys section, there is a women's section, and there is a couple section. And this is going to give you tips, tricks, skills, tantric skills, all this different stuff to be able to really create the relationship that you want. And I've been kind of retracted back from working with relationship and sexuality stuff for the most part this year. I've been very focused in on law of attraction, on prosperity, on entrepreneurship and everything. And that is where my 2019 definitely is mostly focused. But unlike a lot of people in this world who are preaching and teaching on law of attraction and on prosperity and abundance, and on building your own business and being successful at it, to be that entrepreneur, be that mompreneur for you ladies out there. To do that, the one key point that tends to get missed is the importance of our relationships and of our sex. So that component is never going to go away from my coaching, and this is just one way that I can share with you different things, because guess what, how we relate in our sex and how we relate in our intimate relationships is also a mere reflection of how we are showing up in the other parts of our world and in business. The same things that we are shamed over in our sex, we are also shamed over in our money. So, it is proven over and over again. Anybody who has ever looked at, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, if you take any training from Tony Robbins, if you look at anything out there, any of the great leaders, visionaries, coaches, trainers out there, they will bring in the piece of coaching and of focusing in on prosperity and abundance and self-growth, that there is a sexuality piece, there is an intimacy piece, a relationship piece, because if we compartmentalize that off and throw it back into a closet and we try to ignore that it's there, guess what? We're never going to be happy. Never, ever, ever. It is a vital nutrient to our life, our sexuality and our intimate life. So this is just one course that I'm bringing up, that will probably be a few courses throughout the year to just kind of help you to really establish the key points that you need to build that relationship of your dreams, to understand the opposite sex, to understand yourself, to understand different aspects of sexuality. And yes, Tantra is a piece of this course. So there is a foundation underlying in there of that. So if you want to learn some really cool skills, want to understand your woman, want to understand your man, want to build better, relationship in your couplehood. If you're single and you want to just kind of understand, it's fantastic for single people and it's also fantastic for couples. So there you go. That's my sales pitch. Click on the link that Addison's been so kind to share here for that. Make sure that you explore that. And it is on deep, deep, deep discount right now. It won't be there forever, so take advantage of it right now. But it is all ready to go and launching. I am going to go ahead and do a video on that later. And then also my Boss Life 500 is coming out later today. And Boss Life 500 is going to be an intensive 1-month, one-on-one VIP coaching experience with me for a freaking really big discount. So like I'm saving you about $2,000. I'm saving you about $2,000 on this training. So I definitely suggest that if you've wanted to work with me, if you're one of those people that's filled out an application, done a consult, and just kind of gone, I can't afford her, that's cool. That's cool. Love you. Hey, I heard you. I heard all of you folks out there who didn't have that. And so I'm allowing myself to step back, and this is my way of being able to give, to really focus in and give you the whole month of January to kickstart 2019 so that you can really level up, take yourself to that next level. So look for Boss Life 500 to come out, because that will be launching later today to really kickstart your life and give you that VIP one-on-one coaching, no matter where you're at in the world too. So this is not going to be my in-office coaching. That is reserved for my very VIP clients that I am working with one-on-one at my office, but this will be done over the phone, and it is still very intensive, and it is focused in on its signature coaching. So there's no cookie cutter with it, okay? I'm not going to run you through the system. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to what your needs, your wants, your desires are, where you want to get, and I'm going to help you shift the things that you need to shift in the month of January to get yourself leveled up to that next part so that you really conquer 2019. Hi guys, I will catch you tomorrow morning, Christmas Eve morning, for another Conscious Coffee, and I'll probably be popping in and off, on and off, I can't even talk right now, on and off here on Facebook to announce little things all day today and tomorrow as well. So as always, stop existing, start living, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning for another Conscious Coffee. Bye guys.